Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is Tarot by Melissa, and in today's reading, we're going to be answering the question, what door of opportunity is opening up for you? So we're going to have a choice between 3 doors that you can pick from to choose your reading today, and we will just see what types of opportunity or exciting news or events are coming into your life. Getting into our disclaimers, keep in mind that this is a general reading, so some of the messages may apply quite specifically to you and your situation. Others of the messages might not, so if it doesn't feel like it fits for you, simply just release it and let it go. Please don't allow it to get you upset if something in one of these general readings doesn't fit super specifically to your own personal energy and situation. Remember too, guys, tarot is for entertainment purposes only. This reading is just kind of tapping into the energy of where things potentially stand based off of where you are right now. So never feel stuck or tied to anything that a tarot reading is saying. These really should just be looked at as general guidance. All right, and if you guys did want to book a personal reading, all the details on how you could book one with me will be linked in the description box down below. All right, so let's get into our pile selection. We're going to have a choice between 3 different piles, 3 readings to choose from today. So here we have door number 1, door number 2, and door number 3. I want you guys to take a deep breath. Select the door that you feel the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box to locate the timestamp that will bring you to your selected reading. See you guys there. Hey, pile 1, door number 1. If you all selected this beautiful door right here, this will be your reading. So we're going to look to see what door of opportunity is potentially opening up for you. So we're going to start by kind of intuitively reading this door. I'm going to be waiting till the very end of your reading to flip it over to see what message is on the back, because I think it's just a fun way to kind of tie everything together. So starting us off, so you guys selected this really beautiful door, and I'm really kind of drawn to this welcome mat right here. So there's something about this next opportunity that's opening up for you guys that I think is going to feel quite warm and welcoming. Like you're entering into a new space that might be home or feels like home in some capacity. You see how also we've got like this warm light kind of illuminating this half of the door where we have the mat, and then we've got like kind of these ivy that are keeping the other half of the door in shadow. So for me, it feels like something warm and new is being illuminated here. Maybe something is coming out of the shadows. Maybe you're coming out of the dark or coming out of the shadows metaphorically. But it definitely feels like warm, welcoming energy so far. So let's take a look at some of your pre-shuffled oracles. So we've got the Journey card coming up here. Oops. We've got the Journey. We have Distant Horizons. Ooh, okay. And then we have Leo. Oh my gosh, this makes a lot of sense with all that warm energy I was getting for sure. Okay, guys. So the Journey and the Distant Horizons, these are really interesting cards. I do feel that this opportunity, this door that's opening up for you, has to do with travel or movement in some capacity. This Journey card can talk about taking a trip. So this could be like some sort of a temporary vacation that you guys are taking, something where you're going to go for a little while and then come back. This could also be literally about you guys moving, like more permanently. Again, with this warm, welcoming door sort of vibe, for a lot of you, I do feel this could be more of like a permanent, like you're going somewhere else that might be at a distance from you currently, which feels like home. And with Distant Horizons here, this can like quite literally talk of like long distance travel, overseas travel. So I think that really ties in with what we're seeing here with either like a short-term vacation or like a long-term move of some sort, going to a place where you feel like the energy is really warm and welcoming to you. Distant Horizons, though, can also talk about like our hopes and dreams for the long distance future. So something about this opportunity to travel for you, it's connected to your hopes and dreams and the things that you're wanting to accomplish long term. I want to see really quick. I want to just double check the Journey card from the guidebook to make sure I'm not missing something. So Journey, okay. Yep, so it stands for transit. So vacations, travel, escapes, and round trips. It's time to start or to take a step forward, leave your old and familiar situation, depart for new shores. This might concern your work, your family situation, or your relationship. It may also mean it's time for a trip. Yes. So this also can talk about so it talks about departures or arrivals as well. So maybe for some of you guys, it's about coming home too, which would make a lot of sense. Now, this is connected to Leo energy here. So this is all about like stepping into the spotlight, right? So stepping into the limelight, being comfortable with having all eyes on you, attention on you. Leo's energy is going to talk about leadership. It's going to talk about creativity. This could be also connected to your 5th house for some of you, which would have to do with themes of romantic partnerships. It would talk about creativity, hobbies, interests, things like that. So this opportunity is connected to these themes of Leo. So let's see. Let's go into the tarot cards next for you guys. We're working with the Modern Witch Tarot today, which I love this deck, but it is super hard to shuffle. Let me know if you guys have this deck and if you agree. It's like the card stock is just really thick. All right, so tell us a little bit, Spirit, about this door of opportunity that will be opening up here for pile 1. But yeah, I mean, you guys it feels quite uplifting and quite joyful, this energy. All right, tell us about what door of opportunity will be opening for pile 1, please. Clarifying. Okay. Page of Swords. Okay. Ooh, 5 of Cups. I want to let's get a few more. What's coming in prior to this Page of Swords, please? Give us the context for this. The Fool. Okay. What's coming out after this 5 of Cups, please? 6 of Wands. Okay. More of that Leo-y energy, that fire energy coming up. So this is definitely like an opportunity that's opening up for you guys after you've sort of taken some sort of leap of faith here with the Fool. So maybe as you guys are coming into this reading, there's this sense of being able to start something new or really embarking on some sort of new journey in your life, something that you're really maybe inexperienced in, or maybe something where you're coming into it a little bit green, right? You've not experienced this type of opportunity before. The Fool is also right next to the Page of Swords, though. So what I kind of feel with this opportunity that's coming up is that there's an element of you really properly vetting this and trying to do your research. The Page of Swords is definitely going to be like a healthy skeptic about things. It's not just going to take it at face value. It's going to dig, it's going to poke and prod, it's going to make sure that everything is as it should be before moving forward. Okay, so there's a new opportunity here. The Fool also can talk about travel. I feel like you guys are traveling or moving somewhere or coming home from being somewhere that's really far away. And it's like there's this energy of being really excited about it, but also wanting to make sure everything is properly vetted and researched before embarking. The 5 of Cups and the 6 of Wands are really interesting here. So it's like with the 5 of Cups, there's some sort of like, with the 6 of Wands next to it, some sort of like recovering from a disappointment or recovering from a loss. Maybe some of you guys coming into this reading have been dealing with disappointments around something in your life, or grief, or just feeling like something didn't give you the emotional fulfillment that you were really hoping for. Maybe there was an error that was made, a mistake that was made. It could be a lot of different things. But with the 6 of Wands, it's about kind of salvaging what you still have and picking yourself up and moving forward with that leadership energy of Leo. Okay. This card is victory. This is about success. This is about victory. This is about, coming out on top of a situation. So even though with regard to this opportunity, there might be some bumps in the road, it seems that you all will be emerging victorious here through stepping into leadership. What do do I want to do next? Let's go here next with the Energy Oracle card. So let's see, a little bit more info, please. What new opportunity? What is this door of opportunity that's opening up for pile 1, please? You guys see the journey card keeps showing itself? It's so clear that you guys are moving somewhere. All right, pile 1, tell us about this door of opportunity that's opening for them. Ooh, we've got the broken heart. See, there's something about this opportunity that is either coming in like after some sort of hardship or coming in after some sort of disappointment. Maybe it's also about promoting the healing of a broken heart. It's interesting too because Leo energy is also connected to the heart, literally, in astrology. So it could have to do with healing heartbreak or something physical with regard to your health being healed as well. Let's see what else for pile 1. What is this opportunity? We have the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. This is the crown chakra. Okay. We have cornucopia here, so lots of abundant energy underneath of all of this. Yeah, I think so. There's definitely something about this opportunity that's allowing you the opportunity to heal from heartbreak or heal from disappointment. Again, it seems like you guys coming into this might be going through a tough time or feeling disappointed about something that's connected to this energy. Because we see it here with the 5 of Cups, we see it here with the broken heart. But the thing that I'm kind of guided to say when I'm intuitively looking at this image of the broken heart, you guys, you see how like it's slowly healing here at this point and it's releasing this tear. It's so beautiful. I think there's just something for you guys to note around like moving through the pain and not trying to escape it or not trying to get around it. I think there's also something here about releasing it with the teardrop being here in order to heal this fissure back together. So I don't know what it is for you guys that could be hurtful in terms of this situation or what you've been going through, but it is connected to this new door that's opening up for you, this broken heart. It also could be, you guys, that something about this opportunity, like maybe checks off most of your boxes, but not all of your boxes, right? Like, again, with the 5 of Cups, there's a fixation here on what you're not getting, which is totally understandable and valid because maybe the things that are not coming through as easily with this opportunity, are the things that are really connected to what you want for your distant goals, right? The important thing to note, though, is that you do have things that are salvageable. You do have cups that would theoretically check the boxes, right? So I think it's this opportunity, I think it's going to involve you really stepping into a growth mindset around the things that you do have versus what you don't have for some of you. And with the 7th chakra coming up here, this is the crown chakra. So this has to do with your spiritual insights and your spiritual guidance, right? Like something about this new opportunity, you've got a major arcana here with the Fool, which tells me that this is like, some sort of really important chapter in your life here, that maybe you guys have been intuitively knowing this for a long time. I think this is also talking about understanding the spiritual lesson or the spiritual perspective of things, because the distant horizons talks about zooming the lens out a little bit and looking at the big picture versus being like looking in the little day-to-day details of things, right? So I think for your pile 1, with this opportunity, again, you have free will, so you don't have to take the opportunity if it's coming to you, right? If it's really not feeling like it checks your boxes, you don't have to do this. But I feel like the guidance that's coming through for you is to look at it from the bigger picture. Look at it from your bigger picture spiritual journey and spiritual well-being, right? When you zoom the lens out, is it as big a deal that these 3 cups are spilled, right? That's ultimately up for you to decide. Okay, so let's see, pile 1. Let's grab one of these cards to close us out. Actually, we're not anywhere near done yet. We have a couple more decks to go. So for pile 1, tell us more about this door that's opening up for them. It's like with the Fool and that Page of Swords, I do think that with those two energies combined together, there's something about like a slight hesitancy to just jump right into things because of the skepticism that's here. It's really interesting. What door is opening up for pile 1, please? What opportunity? North Star. Flip your inner light switch. Yes, you see, guys, it's kind of like the 7th chakra, like similar energy here. We also have the unknown as your friend. Lean in to embrace what's next. So there's definitely something ambiguous about this situation that you're being guided to lean into instead of to fall away from, right? So healthy skepticism is good, right? We always want to be discerning to make sure we don't like make a mistake, or to make sure that we're not doing something silly, that we're not ignoring any blind spots. But I feel you're really being guided to lean into this opportunity. And again, to think about big picture, right? What is the goal that you're wanting to achieve here? Because that is going to help to determine how you move versus the little nitty gritty things that might not look exactly how you want them to look. Zoom the lens out a little bit is what I'm guided to say. So I want to, we're going to close it out with this deck, but I first want to see what is on the back of your door. So let's see. For pile 1, we have morning memory. It's healing gift runs a destined course. The morning dawn, our inspired source. Meditate under the sun. It's interesting because you've got the sun. You've got the sun energy coming up here with Leo for sure. So again, this card is also emphasizing healing. Its healing gift runs a destined course. Morning. So the morning is like the dawn of a new day. It's a new chapter. We have the sun here that's shining. A healing gift runs a destined course. Its healing gift runs a destined course. It's beautiful. It's like, I think this is just, again, emphasizing the healing that this opportunity is going to provide for you guys, pile 1. And the morning memory, like morning is talking about the sun rising. It's talking about new beginnings for you. An opportunity to kind of start fresh, you know? All right, let's see. Let's just grab 2 of these to close us out. So tell us, what else does pile 1 need to know about this new opportunity that's coming up for them? Okay. We have listened to your intuition and perfect timing. See, that is exactly what the 7th chakra is talking about. Like, you guys, I think, are really connected to your higher self, to source, to spirit, to the universe. So you're already being intuitively nudged, I feel, toward this opportunity. And all you really need to do is trust it, and you need to lean in a little bit here. We also have the quest underneath. Plunge boldly into life. Yeah, like see how beautiful this is. That sun morning energy coming up too, right? So there's something you guys intuitively, I think, know that this opportunity is being presented to you at this time for a reason. And even though there might be skepticism and doubts and maybe a little bit of fear here, I feel like listening to your intuition is not going to steer you wrong in terms of jumping into this cautiously, right? We also have take action here. So it's like, I feel like spirit is nudging you guys to move, like to take this opportunity and take action toward it. So pile 1, beautiful reading for you. Please comment below. Let me know how you feel like this resonates with your specific situation. If you know what this opportunity is, please comment below so that I can be looped in. I love hearing your guys' stories. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading, and I look forward to seeing you there. Bye. Hey pile 2, and welcome to your reading. So let's see what door of opportunity is opening up for you guys. And we're going to start by looking just at the image on the front of your door. And then at the end, I'm going to flip it over to reveal what's on the other side, the message that's there. So first of all, you guys have picked a beautiful door. Intuitively, what I'm feeling from this door is some sort of sense of peace. Like it just feels very peaceful. It feels, very tranquil energy coming through. This to me also appears to be the sun setting. So when the sun is setting, it's kind of like the end of the day. It's like, you know, something is sunsetting, metaphorically maybe, in your life with regard to this opportunity that's coming up for you. A change maybe is coming in. There could be other people connected to this opportunity for you as well, because I'm seeing a group of people here kind of all together, kind of admiring this sunset. But it's really beautiful. And it almost feels like you guys are coming out of like a dark room here too, you know, when I'm taking a look at the energy of this card. So let's see what else is coming up in connection to this door of opportunity. So from the Kipper deck, we've got the energy of change coming up. And this is so interesting too, because it appears like this is a nighttime scene, because we've got like the street lamps on, which wouldn't be on during the day. So kind of confirming that nighttime season, or that nighttime energy here. Okay, we also have bad health coming up. Don't freak out. Let's see. And then we have the sun coming up too. So we have a synchronicity here with the sun. All right, so just initially, what is this opportunity? So it does feel, with the change card coming up, this kind of confirms what I was getting with the sunset, that there's something that's changing in your life. There's some sort of thing that is literally sunsetting. You know, when we talk about sunsetting something, like in the corporate world or whatever, I've heard that term used before. When you sunset something, it means that you're laying it to rest. You're letting it go. You're not bringing it back in. It's like, we've tried this. Maybe it didn't work, or it got us to where we needed to be so far, and now we're moving it away from it. We're letting it go. That's kind of what this change card is talking about as well. This card talks about any sort of change of significance here, but specifically it talks about like changing homes, changing location, changing a job. You know, it could be any change. But when we look at it here, you can see like all the suitcases being packed up. We've got the chair here. It's like you're moving away from something, leaving something behind with the thought of maybe going to something that's better for you. I do think that something about this change is connected to your like vitality and your life force energy, with the sun card being here, because the sun is about like our vitality. It's about our life force energy. It's about like who we show up as in the world. How do we stand out? What is the thing that provides us with vitality and energy? The sun is also connected to the sign of Leo, so there could be some Leo themes that are kind of sprinkled into your message as well, pile 2. Leo can talk about like leadership. It talks about being in the spotlight. It can talk about creativity, things like that. But, you know, there's definitely this sense of recovering from something for this group with this card coming up here. This doesn't have to literally mean health issues, so don't let it freak you out. Let's look at it metaphorically, right? We see somebody laying in bed. We see somebody here taking care of them. We see this, I'm really drawn to this beautiful green energy that's right outside the window, like fresh air coming in. To me, it's just like you guys moving away from a situation so you can get some fresh air, right? So you can start to feel better, so you can feel alive again. Okay, so let's continue. Pile 2, working with the Modern Witch Tarot today, which, as I was sharing with pile 1, these cards are really hard to shuffle, so bear with me. So what new door of opportunity is opening up for pile 2, please? What do I need to know? Okay. Ugh. What new door of opportunity is opening up for pile 2? Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. So kind of also confirming change is coming in for you. Maybe something a bit unexpected. Knight of Pentacles. Beautiful. I want to clarify this Wheel of Fortune, please. The King of Pentacles. I want to clarify this Knight of Pentacles. The Strength card. More Leo energy coming up. So definitely Leo themes are coming through for you guys. You guys also have a lot of Pentacles here, which is very grounded, practical energy. And, you know, Pentacles, talk about stability as well. So this opportunity is definitely going to be something that is, I feel, impacting your sense of stability in life. So it could, again, talking about your house, like your home, your money, your career potentially. But it's also very practical. So it may not be those things, but it could have to do with you making changes that better impact, like practical changes that will better impact your like mental health or your physical well-being or just your well-being in general. Okay. So what is this opportunity? So it's interesting because I see you guys kind of coming into this opportunity with this King of Pentacles energy, which tells me that like you guys have really been maybe in a pretty comfortable position for a little while in your life. And the King of Pentacles being next to the Wheel of Fortune is definitely feeling like there's an energy of needing to shake things up a little bit. Okay. Because this King of Pentacles, even though this is someone who's like really accomplished, they've got everything they need materially to be comfortable and happy. It also can be someone who's like been in a comfort zone or likes a comfort zone and really doesn't move around a lot. So with the Wheel of Fortune coming up here, I see sort of this like divine change coming in from the universe that's sort of like pushing you guys to be moving into something a little bit different, okay? To kind of revive your vitality instead of being like stuffed up inside or stuffed up in your comfort zone. Okay, like the Wheel of Fortune is definitely, I think, an unexpected change. That's what this opportunity is. It's maybe you guys are going through it right now where you're like, why is this happening to me? But I feel like there's some sort of hidden opportunity or hidden blessing here. What I'm kind of feeling is, you know, with the Knight of Pentacles and the Strength card coming up here in this order, it almost feels to me like you guys are downsizing in some way. Like going from the King to the Knight is in a way kind of like taking a step backwards. It doesn't have to be a bad thing necessarily. Like sometimes you have to get rid of excess in your life, you know, in order to see progress in certain areas, right? So the Knight of Pentacles is definitely making me feel like you're going, it's like you're trying something different. You're putting effort into something different. Slow, stable effort, and maybe even downsizing or reducing excess in your life. Because it's like with this, you see how this is like a gigantic house that they're moving out of, but there's only like so many suitcases that are going to fit into that car, right? So it's definitely giving a synchronicity here of like only taking with you what you need or only focusing in on the things that are really important and valuable to you as you're trying to kind of recover from the situation or move forward on a better path for yourself. The Strength card is really interesting as well because the Strength card can also kind of talks about a lot of things, but in connection to this energy of bad health, it can talk about putting in the effort to get better. You know, strength is when we're feeling better. Strength is when we are filled with vitality, right? We are filled with energy. So there's definitely something connected here to you guys feeling physically better with your circumstances and just how you feel in general, right? Physically, mentally, spiritually. I feel like it's everything for you. The Strength card can also talk of themes of courage as well, stamina. You know, like it's really interesting because this all seems to be super connected to your energy, like your energy and your life force in a way. Okay, let's go into the energy oracle cards next. So tell us a little bit more, please, Spirit, for pile 2. What is this opportunity that's opening up for them? Tell me more. It's like you guys are just being pushed in a different direction, I feel. You're being pushed out of your comfort zone. See, as I'm shuffling, this attachment card is coming up. So it's like you're being guided to remove attachment to things that you've been really comfortable with for a long time. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. See, the second chakra, this is the sacral. This is like, in a lot of ways, your energy, your life force. It's also about, It's also kind of about being able to go with the flow too, you guys, like to have more fun in your life, to explore creativity, which we talked about with the sun and Leo's energy here. The Wheel of Fortune can be like an unexpected change that comes in, but it's called the Wheel of Fortune for a reason, right? Because it's fortunate for us in the long run, even if we don't see it in the moment, right? And so this is allowing you guys, I think, to go with the flow a little bit more, because the King of Pentacles is probably not going with the flow, right? This is an energy that is very practical. It wants things the way it wants things. It's comfortable in its comfort zone. You know, it's like you guys can see, even if we look at the imagery in this card, we've got these plants that are starting to kind of grow in around him here, you know, which in the traditional depiction of the King of Pentacles, the king is just like covered in these plants, right? We've got Taurus energy here, which can be a little bit stubborn, not always the most flexible. And that's no shade to Taurus. I love Taurus. I have many of them in my life, but that can be a trait of that sign, right? It can be stubborn, that energy, because it likes things the way it likes them. Taurus is like, I want, you know, my comforts. I have a lot of Taurus in my family. Like my grandparents were Taurus. I have some aunts and uncles who are Taurus, and they're very much like this. They like their things. They like their comforts. And I think something is changing where you guys are going to have to kind of just flow with the change, get creative with it, and kind of like not worry so much about having all these specific comforts that you're used to around you. So yeah, going with the flow is going to be really important here, because I think this is actually meant to be an adventure for you. It's meant to kind of reignite you in some way and bring more excitement and movement into your life so that you're not just sitting here just stagnant, you know? Okay, pile 2. Tell me more about this opportunity that's opening up for them. We also have the 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. So this is the heart chakra. Beautiful. So you've got the sacral and the heart. We have blossoming abundance here at the bottom of the deck. And the thing about abundance, you guys, and I know it can be hard to hear when you are focused on the material things, but abundance is not only material. You know what I mean? It's not just money that is abundance. Money is one thing, and having it definitely makes life easier. I'm not going to front on that, but abundance can be like having fun. Abundance can be having love in your life and connection with other people. You know, abundance can be feeling really good and having life force energy to get things done and having exciting things that you look forward to in your life. This opportunity is it's bringing in blossoming abundance for you to, I think, be able to focus in on other things besides the comforts that you've been used to. There are other ways, you know, in other words, of enjoying abundance. So the heart chakra, you know, this is talking about moving into a time of focusing on, you know, things that you love, forgiveness of things from the past, but also being able to focus in on maybe love and connection and healing, versus, again, it just feels to me with pile 2, I keep getting this vibe that things have been a little stuffy for you. Like you've been kind of caged in a way, even though maybe you've been comfortable. It's like I feel that there are just other areas that have not been as abundant for you besides like career and finances, you know? And again, going back to this metaphor here, where I was saying it looks like you guys have been sitting in the dark and you're kind of coming into the light here a bit. Yeah, it's like this change is meant to help you kind of get yourself out there a little bit more. So tell us more, please, about this door of opportunity opening for pile number 2. I just love this topic. It's so fun to me. I don't know. Definitely love to hear what you guys think about it. We have you've won the lottery. Make room for wonderment. You see, I freaking love this energy. Something about this change is really abundant for you, even if it doesn't feel like it is. We have one with the sun, be the light. You see, that's the other thing about the sun's energy is that it encourages us to be the light, to be in the spotlight, to bring the warmth into the situation ourselves. Okay. Again, I'm getting intuitively about like being flexible here. you know, being flexible and fluid and just kind of going with the flow instead of resisting whatever change the universe is bringing your way. Oftentimes, you guys, with these types of things, it's like in the moment when they happen, it can be like, oh, this is so uncomfortable. Why is this happening? I was so comfortable in my little comfort zone. It can feel challenging. It can feel unpleasant. But ultimately, like usually when we look back, we're like, okay, yeah, that I see why that happened now. We might not have the answer in the moment about why it happened, but we can see why it happened later. So I feel like it's like looking at this change as a new adventure for you and kind of shifting your mindset into like, wow, there's all this abundance that's coming in for me through this change, even though it might be that I have to give something up, right? Let's see. It's like you're giving something up to make room for something better. So for pile 2, tell us more about this new opportunity. We're going to flip over your door in just a moment here. We have it's up to you. So you have a choice, right? You've got a choice in the matter about what you want to do in some way. Even though in my experience, the Wheel of Fortune is usually like a surprise that's coming in that we weren't expecting. I feel like it's saying that you have a choice of how you move with this situation, right? With the sacral and the heart chakra. Like you have a choice to either resist it or go with the flow. But in my experience, the Wheel of Fortune is like, it's coming whether we want it to or not. So we have, it's up to you. So again, you've got the choice. We do have opportunity coming up. So there's like abundant energy flowing to you through this new door. But at the bottom of the deck, we also have not the right time, which is interesting because with the Wheel of Fortune, I can totally hear you guys being like, this is not the right time for this opportunity for me right now. We also have compromise here at the bottom of that. So there could be an energy of you feeling like you need to barter here or strike some sort of a balance before you're going to feel comfortable moving forward. Okay. So let's take a look at the message that's on the back of your door. And this says sunset. Time here turns to release and unfurl. Old cords of pain fade as the sunlight burns. Yes. So again, there's something sunsetting here in your life. Old stuff that's no longer serving you is being released if you choose to walk through this door. You have the opportunity to revive your life force energy, your heart, your sacral, having more fun, welcoming more love into your life, other types of opportunities, and releasing old energies that have been causing pain or stress for you. So it looks really interesting, pile 2. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. Like, what do you feel this opportunity is referring to? What's been going on in your life? Comment below and let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell in order to be notified when I post new content, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hey, pile 3, and welcome to your reading. So today we're taking a look at what door of opportunity is opening up for you. So let's start by looking at the door itself. I will be flipping this card over toward the end of your reading to get the message that's on the back. So we'll kind of see how it ties in. So when I'm tapping into the energy of this door, I'm seeing something that's really sturdy, something that's really secure, something that looks really stable, but also something that looks quite beautiful and enticing, right? We've got like the beautiful stained glass that's here. We have this beautiful archway that's here, but the door itself looks pretty sturdy. And that's kind of like the biggest thing that's standing out to me here. I'm also kind of feeling though, like there could be some opaqueness rather around like what's behind the door, because the windows that we have here are not really clear to see through, right? Everything's very solid. It's very much blocking off any semblance of being able to kind of peek inside unless you walk up and open the door. So I think that for this group, there could be some semblance of like mystery or lack of clarity around like what this is for you, or the details of things might be unclear at first. So taking a look, we've got the energy of the house coming up, which is really interesting because this is also like a really sturdy, kind of secure, we have like a gated house here. So that's really interesting. And then we also have the energy of concern coming up. More stained glass windows coming through, which is really interesting. It's an interesting synchronicity. From the astrology deck, we have Mercury as well. Okay, so let's just start here. So what door of opportunity is opening for you, pile 3? I definitely can confirm that this seems to have to do with your stability and your security with the house being here, because the house is like, if you think of a house, it's like a long-term investment for the future, and it's a place that you live. It's a place that you would ideally feel really safe and secure for a long period of time. So this metaphorically could have to do with like your long-term stability, your long-term security, more like, I guess mundanely, I would say, this can have to do with like your literal living situation, your house. It can have to do with real estate. This can also have to do with like a secure type of job as well, something that represents stability and security for you in your life. And we do have this energy of concern coming up. So there's something about this opportunity that is maybe worrying you guys a little bit, or, you know, with Mercury here, there could be an energy to kind of like overthink things a bit, because you're wanting things to feel really stable, and maybe there's something about it that doesn't maybe feel as stable, or maybe it doesn't feel as clear to you at this time. Again, so interesting that we have the stained glass windows coming up in both of these images. So when I think of stained glass windows, I think of churches typically, and we know that churches can have to do with spirituality or religion. I think this could also, like I'm thinking of the Hierophant card, or having a vision of the Hierophant card. The Hierophant card can also talk about rules that we have to follow, some sort of tradition. And maybe the tradition here for you, pile 3, maybe it's not your tradition. Maybe you're having to follow somebody else's tradition, whether this be like a corporation that's offering you a job and there's certain rules that they have to follow. This could have to do with a significant other and maybe like their traditions that they like to follow that you would have to like adapt into in order to be like secure in the situation. It could be a lot of different things, but it's like there's something here around these stained glass windows and not being able to see everything super clearly that I think is causing you to feel concerned, right? A little anxious about it. You know, and Mercury kind of confirms this, because Mercury has to do with the way we kind of think about things. It's quick energy, so there could be a lot of anxiety or kind of rumination of thought around this opportunity when it comes into your life. But Mercury is also talking about a need to communicate quickly and clearly, right? So that you can have a little bit more clarity versus opacity around like what the details are here, right? Because you do want to make sure that this opportunity is going to be secure for you for the long term. And I'm also kind of noticing how the house is in the dark, right? It's like a dark nighttime scene here. We've got the moon, we've got the lamps that are turned on here. So yeah, I think there's something about this opportunity that you guys are going to have to poke holes in any unclear areas through communicating clearly about it. So let's see, pile 3, tell us more about this door of opportunity that will be coming through for them. What door of opportunity is coming up for pile 3, please? Sorry guys, I love this deck, but I don't always use it as often because it's so hard to shuffle. I've been complaining about this in every group, sorry. All right, so for pile 3, tell me a little bit more about this door of opportunity that will be opening for them in this near future energy. We have a Page of Wands. We have an 8 of Swords. There's the overthinking. I want to get more context, please, for this Page of Wands. We have the Magician card. What's coming in beyond this 8 of Swords? Okay, there it is, the 7 of Cups. We also have a 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, so this could have to do with traveling or waiting to hear something. It could have to do with like planning ahead for the future as well. So taking a look, I definitely can see here with the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Cups that there will be some lack of clarity that you guys are going to have to be moving through with regard to this opportunity. So there's definitely going to be like a lesson in this for you and action required for sure. This doesn't feel like something that like is just going to fall perfectly into your lap without some sort of challenge or lesson that you're going to have to be moving through, which is fine. That's sometimes how it is for us, right? But I feel like you guys are manifesting this. With the Magician card coming up here, there's manifestation of this opportunity into your life. So I think for a lot of my Pile 3 viewers, you've been working toward this opportunity for stability and security. And maybe you've also been manifesting in the communication that's needed around it with the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands really talks about excitement, right? It's an exciting new opportunity, and it's an opportunity to really explore and jump into something new. So this definitely is something new for you guys. Something new that maybe is a little outside the comfort zone for some of you, or something new that's coming in that feels really exciting that you've been manifesting and wanting for a long time. But when it comes in, there's something about it that is concerning or confusing to you. I feel with the Seven of Cups that there could actually be a situation here where there's multiple choices being put in front of you with regard to this door of opportunity that you're walking through. And the the several choices that you have are causing the confusion versus like the one opportunity itself. And I think because of this, we're in this almost like analysis paralysis where you guys maybe feel like you're stuck because there's so many choices or there's so many places that you have to get started with or so many tasks that come about with this that you're just like, I can't even do any of it because there's too much on my plate right now. Right? But the thing to remember about both of these cards, they both can keep you stuck, but both of them are kind of like that mental energy that are keeping us stuck with Mercury here. So the Eight of Swords is really asking you guys to step out of your fear a little bit and to realize that like the situation really isn't keeping you stuck. It's your mental energy, your concern energy that's keeping you stuck. Okay. The Seven of Cups is asking you to communicate clearly so things are not confusing you, right? Ask for what you need. Ask the right questions of other people that are involved with this opportunity, but also ask the right question of yourself, because this card comes up when we're not really sure what we need to prioritize first. We're not sure what we want, right? You've got all these choices, like, do I want money? Do I want love? Do I want ambition? Like whatever these would symbolize, right? There's a lot of choices. And I think for this group, it's going to be important for you to know what's important to you and to know what you want first in order for things to clear up for you. So let's continue, Pile 3. Tell us more about what is coming up for Pile 3 in terms of this door of opportunity. Oh my gosh, we have anxiety. Yeah, it's like mirroring that energy of concern. One more, please. Ooh, we have the Temple Path. We also have the storm warning. It's so interesting because there's that little tornado here, and then we have one here as well. So there's something I think about like this next opportunity where maybe you guys are trying to move away from, you know, some sort of red flag, or you're vetting red flags, you know, not wanting to, you know, run into a stormy situation, which makes a lot of sense. Yeah, there's definitely something about it that feels a little off, or that's causing a little bit of concern again for you. This is just really echoing this message of concern that came up right at the beginning of the reading. We have the Temple Path coming up here, which is a beautiful card because this talks about like where you're at with this opportunity. It's part of your spiritual journey. It's just one stop on the path. And these little orbs that are around the Temple Path are said to represent your ancestors, your spirit guides, you know, that are here with you, kind of guiding you along the way. So it could be really also beneficial for this group to be communicating with those guides in your life spiritually for guidance, whether it's like pulling cards or however you connect with them. They're here with you, guiding you along the way. And this opportunity is also kind of like a stepping stone on your soul's journey. See, again, it's telling me there's some sort of lesson that you guys are learning through this opportunity that's coming up for you. You guys, I forgot to mention, there's also the South Node here at the bottom of the deck here from the astrology deck. So the South Node is talking about, kind of the things that we were like brought in to this lifetime that we're already really good at. So there's something about the situation where like something you're already really comfortable with, something you're already really good at is being magnified here. But the South Node is also our comfort zone, right? It's the thing that we are just comfortable with. It can also talk about like tying up loose ends properly before we can move on to the next thing. And that could be what's going on here, is that there's something, some sort of loose ends that have to be tied up properly with regard to this situation. South Node can also talk about karma, right? So lessons, karmic lessons. All right, let's continue pile 3. What else does pile 3 need to know about this opportunity? The unknown is your friend. Lean in to embrace what's next. I think that's part of the fear, you guys. It's like not knowing everything. I mean, that's kind of been the message from the beginning with the door. It's like something about this is quite ambiguous to you. So even though it is an opportunity that you've called into your life that's really exciting, that you're manifesting in, I think that's a little scary because it's pushing you out of your comfort zone, right? And things are not completely clear. Celebrate the sacred gap. Give thanks for buffer time. So this is reassuring because this is telling me that you guys don't need to rush through this process. Like Mercury is very fast. It wants to move really quickly. And this is saying that you have some buffer time to make your decision. You have some buffer time to like figure out, what's best for you as you move forward. So don't feel like you need to rush, but do communicate and ask questions so that things are clear for you, that you can get more information that you need in order to make a smart choice here about the things that are concerning you or stressing you out. All right, pile 3. Let's get a couple of these and then we're gonna close it out by looking at your door, the message on the back. What else does pile 3 need to know about this door of opportunity that's opening up for them, please? Opportunity. So we've got a lot of abundance flowing to you. If you just open up your arms to receive it, this opportunity is bringing in abundance for you. Look for a sign. You see, connecting with your spirit team, your ancestors, connecting with your own intuition is going to really help to clear this confusion for you. Looking at signs and synchronicity as well, you guys. Like there's a lot of indications for your reading of like weather, right? Like we had the storm warning. We have the little like tornado here. We also have this lightning bolt coming up here. So there could be some sort of synchronicity around like nature that you guys are needing to kind of look for. Even like the moon is coming up here a couple of times as well. So if you've been seeing those types of things repeatedly, that this could be confirmation for you that those signs are trying to deliver a message to you. You also have a repeating number 33 here too. So let's see. Let's flip over your door and read the message. It says, "Three-eyed raven. As sunrise hits upon the dew, a messenger raven caws out with news. Prepare for the unexpected." Yes, you guys. So news. There's news coming in. And I think the news about whatever this opportunity is maybe causing a little bit of concern for you. It's something that you weren't necessarily anticipating, which makes sense, which is why we have a little bit of the concern that's here. So really interesting, pile 3. Comment below. What do you guys feel like this opportunity is that the reading is picking up on for you? What's been going on in your life coming into this reading? If you guys are not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated once I post the next video. And I do look forward to seeing you then. Bye.